Welcome everybody. We got a great show today, man. This is Just Journey Called Life. I'm Billionaire Charlie.
And I'm your girl, Hershey Thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Go ahead and leave a comment down there. I love talking back with you. We got a great topic, so we're going to jump right into it. I'm going to introduce it today. So there was a Domino's worker. He was a delivery driver, and basically he stood out in the rain for a while to deliver this delivery, and he was like going above and beyond for the delivery, and then in the end he didn't get a tip, right? And a lot of people probably feel like, no tip, that's what you complain about, that's what you're upset about. But truthfully speaking, even as myself, I do deliveries, and there are days where you go out there and you're doing it, and you may get a base pay of like $3 for a delivery that you go pick up, you bring to a person, and in this case he stood out in the rain. We don't know whatever else he had to go through, and then when you don't get a tip, it's almost like, it is crushing. So anyway, he goes back, and I guess it's on camera, him punching the pizza boxes. And of course, that content at that point went viral because everybody's ready to share something like that. And of course, there were so many comments up there about how he shouldn't have behaved that way, or he shouldn't have acted that way about it, But in the middle of the pandemic, we're seeing that a lot of people don't really have it. And I even had somebody say to me, "You should be happy, you're helping the government, keep the government alive by even having a job or being able to make money." And that is not the issue. The truth of the matter is, if you're doing deliveries, you're trying to, make a living for yourself, keep a roof over your head, feed your kids, like he said, and $3 just don't do it. And even if you do 10 of them, the tip is what really makes it worth it, And I was sitting here, I'm like, well, let's bring it to the channel and see what they have to say. Do you think that he was wrong for being upset about not getting a tip?
I think it all goes. It's like that old saying where people be like, "It's how you said it," and then it's like how you did it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, you can be angry and stuff like that, but if you reacting in those type of ways, it's like, the consequences that come with each action that we do as an adult and as mature people. It's the equivalent of somebody saying, "Man, I'm about to go play football in the professional football league," and say, "Man, you get an injury. You gonna cry about it?" That's what happened when you play football. And when you do delivery, sometimes people are nasty. I worked at a temp service where I did jobs and people didn't even want to give you water to drink. You know what I mean? We did hard jobs in the sun. They didn't even tip us anything. You know what I mean? and the work wasn't even appreciated. You know what I mean? We was treated like dogs or animals. You know what I mean? In a bad kind of sense. Not the ones that live in the rich houses and all of that. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, like I say, it all gonna come back on you, man, because it's gonna be like, damn, why you do this and why you do that, you know what I mean? But I just feel like it just take a lot of, sometimes you just, it's that thing where sometimes you gotta put you in a position of something and you just gotta be patient, because sometimes things be looking ugly. Like prime example, you watching a Laker game, I'm a LeBron fan, and like, damn, we down by like 10, 13 points, man. Like, I might want to turn the TV, you know what I'm saying? But like I say, you'll never know what God will do. You never know. That person might just say, hold up, and come out and give you $20. We don't know what can happen, man. Or you might find it on the ground somewhere, but
Truth of the matter. I could say myself, like, I had a day where I was out when I was doing deliveries, and all of the deliveries were crazy. I mean, I'm exaggerating, but 5 cases of water on the 5th floor. You got 3 pounds of kitty litter. You live on the 10th floor. I'm like, okay, hold on. No elevator. I'm walking up all these stairs with all these things, and people were not tipping, right? And I literally went back to my car. I'm not lying. I went back to the car and I'm like, hold on. Wait a minute, guy, you got to help me with this, because this is a lot, And I remember thinking, especially about the times that we're in, and I'm like, okay, what if this person is down to their last? They really do got to get these groceries. This is all they had. They can't go out. Maybe somebody in their house has COVID, and maybe the situation is where they just don't have anything else, and they're doing the best of what they have. So I had to think about that. I had to think about, all of the different situations that people have been facing this year. And I get it. He was frustrated, because it can be frustrating, because you also are thinking about what you have to do and the goal that you have in mind. But I also remember that after I was like, okay, well, let me just be cool, let me chill, I remember going into another area of town and everybody was giving $25 to $28 tips. So you also have to remember there are moments where, yes, you may not get anything, but then God will send, like he said, a blessing a little bit down the road, and next it's like boom, boom, and you looking like, oh wow, okay, it's working. Because all things work together for the good of those who love God and are called according to the purpose. And I get it, because I think in his situation, he was just frustrated, like, because there are times in our lives when, like he said, certain things just come with the job that we're on, and then it's the equivalent of, in my mind, I guess the way I think of it is like, you can't get a job unless you have an experience, but you don't have experience, so you can't get the job. And it confuses me because it also, always makes you feel like there's something on you, or it's always keeping you bound, or something always holding you back. No matter which way you try to do it, it's like, I would get the job, but I need the experience. Well, I can't get the experience if I don't get the job. Like, I need you to you keep telling me that I need to get this pack of scissors open, but the scissors are in the pack. Like, come on now. I need something to happen, but then all of a sudden a door will open for you, and it was just unexpected. That's why you got to have faith. You got to have faith that things are going to turn around. They're going to get better. Opportunities are going to afford themselves. And even with that, like we think about the video that we did a couple of days ago, you never really know how that is going to be a life-changing moment for that person. You know, even there, like, you know, on the news article, it said how he was a great employee, so he didn't lose his job for the way he behaved or whatever, because he could have lost his job. You know, things can go on the up and up very quickly for you, but they can also go straight down for you. And this could be a season of your life where God is trying to produce something in you. He's trying to get you to have more faith. He's trying to get you to trust him, you know, no matter what you're going through. And I know those seasons where you have to trust God, those are the ones that get really heavy, because it's really a matter of being able to still move when you don't really know how it's going to work out. And this is what we've been up against for like the last year. And then all of a sudden, you know, there's a breakthrough. So it's coming. There will be glory after this. I think that's basically the takeaway I saw in it.
Yeah, like I said before, man, like God be working in mysterious ways. And I'm going to give you a prime example. I went one time when I was homeless on the street, and I was working at a temp service, and I remember my check wasn't enough for me to eat and get a hotel that particular night. And I remember all the good things I had done for people. I felt like everybody turned their back on me. So I went there. I said, you know what, I'm going to just stay outside this night. I was frustrated. I was angry at the world when he got me some chicken. And I said, I'm just going to go get some stuff from Dollar Tree or whatever for to be eating on and stuff like that, right? So as I'm walking the Dollar Tree, I see $100 bill float past me. I'm like, that's fake, man. So I said, something say, Charlie, pick it up. So I pick it up. I look at it. I'm like, oh, it's not this real. I look over to the side as I'm walking to the Dollar Tree, and there's a pile of money down there. And I just go over there and just start picking up all the money, putting it in my pocket, And I remember that day, man, because God was blessing me not only for to pay for a room to have somewhere to sleep that particular night, but to also to get the things for my merchant seaman. See, I wasn't thinking about that at that time because I was freezing and cold, and you know what I mean, I always had this heart of trying to please everybody, you know what I mean? So I was doing other things with the money that wasn't, you know what I mean, God planned for it all, you know what I mean? But like I always say, sometimes you will go through a struggle, God will put it in front of you, but you gotta sit back sometimes. Like if you win the lottery today, what you gonna do? Just go spend everything? Sometimes you gotta sit at the table and analyze what God just blessed you with, and just take it step by step. Because I feel like this, with having faith, everybody get frustrated. You know what I mean? When you're losing the game or whatever the case may be, the agenda of the making you the Tom Brady's of the world is your focus. Because even when people doubt you, and even when you lose faith, you have to go back to God and start to study the word and begin to understand your ancestors, man. Like everything about freedom, everything about just being blessed and being healed. And you know what I mean? It's like there's a lot of knowledge that come into the soul for us to be a changed individual. The incident with the pizza situation is a learning experience. The incident with me being homeless and having to make a decision between food and somewhere to sleep, and God saying, no, 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 boom, and bless me like that. You know what I mean? It's like sometimes you go through those frustrations, but always know your Father got you. You know what I mean? But the thing we got to all learn, we got to be connected. Everybody being so distant, you know what I mean? Even when you're going through sometimes the hardest prayers is when you're going through the most pain. Like every sentence feel like it hurts your heart because you want it to happen right then, right? You know what I mean? But everything that you know what they say happens on God's timing. You know what I mean? But when your faith is there, man, I'm telling you, man, dreams happen. That's why every time I create something, every time I put something together, sometimes it don't happen right away, but I believe in the process that great things gonna come to me because I know I'm a great person, you know what I mean, with a great connection with my Father, and I understand that I have a bigger purpose in the world and in the land, and I love to touch the people when I talk, and I mean, I love to get on that positive energy. You know what I mean? But like I said before, man, we can't lose our focus because we're going through a moment of pain, because the future gonna have more glorious days.
That was great. I mean, he summed that up very well. That was amazing. that was amazing. So hopefully, you know, we're definitely praying for him. You know, open doors will come his way, that he continue to be steadfast, unmovable, that he continue to do the very best he can in his current moment. But know that it won't always be like this. Things will turn around. They do get better. Things do get greater later. You know, we are living testimonies of how God can move, and you will not be where you used to be, but you're still striving to get to where you need to be. So don't give up in the process. And if that's you today, do not give up in the process. You will get there as long as you keep applying yourself, keep pressing forward. Don't allow anything to stop you from reaching your goals. That was great. All right, so go ahead and grab that book, Free Me. It's on Amazon. It's a self-help devotional, especially if you feel like you're bound or stuck. Go ahead and grab that book, Free Me. Don't forget to go explore all the other channels and support us. We thank you for supporting us. Leave us a comment. We definitely love you. Don't forget to love God, love life, and enjoy the journey.
Thank y'all, man.
Blessings, blessings, blessings to everybody out there. Listen, guys, I want y'all to come join me on the Patreon right now. I have all exclusive content that's not on my YouTube platform or any of my other social platforms, only on the Patreon. I would love for y'all to come join me and get this great and amazing experience. And listen, guys, I love fellowship, and we're going to go live on the Patreon, and we're going to do giveaways. And we also got things that you probably didn't know about, content and exclusive interviews and things that we're going to break down so many topics on the Patreon that you've never seen before. And it's going to be exclusively just for the Patreon. If you would like to join, click the link and come over there and fellowship with me. It's going to be an amazing, amazing experience. Thank you.